So hey guys, I am Dr. Jackie, and do I have a treat for you today? Yes, I do. I'm sharing some doorknob questions. What are doorknob questions? Ladies, have you ever been to your OBGYN and you were too embarrassed to really ask your question? Because you knew what you were going for, but you felt like this wasn't a question you could ask? Guess what? Your vagina is not making history, so I'm going to share with you 5 doorknob questions. Doorknob question number 1. Can I have sex when I'm on my period? Ladies, yes, you can actually have sex when you're on your period. A couple things. 1, it may even relieve cramps. And 2, the period can serve as a natural lubricant. A few tips you need to understand. You may want to include a dark towel or not even have sex on items that can get stained. 2, make sure, most importantly, you and your partner have been checked for STI'S because this is blood. 3, make sure you remove your tampons or any device that is in your vagina except your ring for contraception. You can leave it in place. Let's talk about retaining tampons. If you don't remove your tampon and it is pushed into the back of the vagina, you're going to wonder, what's that smell going on down there? So make sure you're removing menstrual cups and tampons. 4, make sure you wash up after sex. It gets a little messy and you want to clean up after sex, and void before and void after sex. So yes, you can have sex when you're on your period. Doorknob question number 2. Doctor, am I urinating on myself when I'm having an orgasm? It's just this liquid everywhere. Well, ladies, you're a squirter. And I wish I knew how to teach you how to squirt, but I don't know how, so I can't teach you. But what is squirting? Squirting is the expulsion of this large amount of liquidy fluid that kind of looks like diluted milk. When you're about to have an orgasm or having an orgasm, it goes everywhere. Couple of tips. Make sure you warn your partner that you're a squirter, because some people may not know what is squirting. So make sure you share that. 2, there was a study in 2011 that said it contains some of the exact same components as semen. The question becomes, where is it coming from? Is it coming from your urethra, the opening to your bladder, or is it coming from your Skene's gland? And guess what? We really don't know. But is it abnormal to squirt? No, it's not. Be glad if you're a squirter. Just warn your partner. Doorknob question number 3. Doctor, is it okay to swallow semen? Ladies, yes, it is okay to swallow semen. Semen is safe to ingest. It's digested like all of your other foods. You just, again, want to make sure there are no STIs. So make sure you and your partner have been checked for STIs. Here's some good news. Semen contains fructose, glucose, sodium citrate, zinc, chloride, calcium, lactic acid, magnesium, potassium, and urea. Yep, you heard me say glucose and fructose, so yeah, girl, there's some calories involved. The good news, it's only about 5 to 7 calories per teaspoon. Now, ladies, it depends on how many teaspoons you're swallowing. But remember, 5 to 7 calories per teaspoon. There's no descriptive taste to semen. Nobody has been able to give it a taste. So what I will tell you, there are some things that can improve the taste and make it more palatable. Parsley, wheatgrass, cinnamon, nutmeg, pineapples, oranges, and papaya. And if there are things that can make it taste better, you better know there are things that can make it taste worse. So stay away from things like onions and garlic and those foods that smell good but may not taste so good. Doorknob question number 4. Can I dye my pubic hair, doctor? Well, ladies, sure you can. They actually make dye just for pubic hair. And if you don't want to use unnatural, non-organic products, go get you some Kool-Aid. Yeah, I said it, Kool-Aid. And you remember in school when we mixed paints to come up with a color? You, too, can make up your own color. Make it bright pink, make it blue, make it purple. Do what you do, just make sure you're happy. But you can use dye and Kool-Aid to dye your pubic hair. A few tips. Make sure you use petroleum jelly to cover those vulnerable, sensitive areas. You wouldn't want to get dye in there. Make sure you do a patch test because you may be allergic to it. If you have those beautiful white sheets, ladies, the pubic dye and the Kool-Aid may come off on your beautiful white sheets. And if there's a burning area that's happening during your dye, take it off, wash it off. And if you burn the area, God forbid, I hope you don't, make sure you see your doctor. And okay, ladies, doorknob question number 5. It is, doctor, why does my vagina look so weird? It doesn't look like my friends. What's going on? Okay, ladies, let's get naked, get a mirror. It's time to do an anatomy class 101. Okay. No vagina, no vulvas are created equal. They don't look the same. It's kind of like your eyebrows. They're not twins, but they're sisters. Same thing. So let's do our anatomy class. Bam, 101. Clitoris. We all know what the clitoris is. This is like, central zone number 1. A lot of sensitive areas. Clitoral hood, slide it back. Looks very much like the penis, but in a much smaller version. Labia majora. Those are the larger lips on the outside. They're not equal. Some people have one side bigger than the other. Some people even have a missing labia majora. Labia minora are those inner lips. They do what they do. They keep the queen protected. But nobody has exactly the same anatomy. And some of us have anatomy over here that does not look like anatomy over here. Urethral opening is where we urinate from. And it is the gatekeeper to the bladder. And it's believed maybe your squirting comes from that area. We don't know. And vaginal opening. You know, the vagina, your friend, she does a lot of things. This is the vaginal opening. The area between the vagina and the rectum is called the perineum. This is the area where we have episiotomies when we have babies. And then we all know where the rectum is. And we'll talk about some more things with the rectum later. So actually, ladies, no, your vagina doesn't look weird. And to be clear, the vagina is actually the canal. This is the external genitalia or your labia. So here's the point. No two labia will look alike. To those doorknob questions, never be embarrassed to ask your OBGYN anything, and do it long before my hand hits the doorknob.